August 6, 2014 was the day the Zakis left their home in Mosul. Government officials told them Islamic State militants were coming, and all civilians must be evacuated. With the assistance of some local organizations, they flew to Baghdad to start a new chapter.
Before leaving, we heard about the news in the center of Mosul because we live in the suburbs of the city. We heard people were threatened to cooperate with the terrorists or they would be slaughtered.
The Iraqi government built this camp in the east of Baghdad and invested a great deal for adequate living conditions. There are facilities like a shower, air conditioning, satellite TV, and internet connection. But the living area is quite narrow due to the fact that the shelter was made out of a plate container. However, Ghada was so grateful that she and her family could have a safe place to stay. When the victory was announced, Ghada was joyful, just like many others here. She thought it was a good time to go home. But she was surprised again when she saw what happened to her house.
I went there only to see my house completely burnt down. Nothing remained there. We had memories in that house, pictures and other stuff, but they were also burned with the house.
Ghada knew that it was impossible to go back to Mosul. She is now running a small business with her husband, and the children are receiving education at local schools. But they don't have a proper house, and the job is supposed to be temporary, so that doesn't count as a long-term plan.
There are only difficulties there. We periodically go back to the region, but the simplest example is that the water supply for the houses is black and full of pollution. This is a problem in these areas.
For 4 years, they have lived in Baghdad, but the camp is not home. Ghada works hard to make ends meet, but the day when she gets to go home doesn't seem to get any closer. There are many refugees just like Ghada and her family who would like to return to their hometown, but the hometown is no longer what it used to be.